Welcome to Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. I am Benjamin, and I apologize for the time it's taken me to do a new video, but since I did my last video, several important things have happened. I changed schools, and I am establishing myself in a new building, which is never easy, but then it's a building full of fifth graders, so sometimes it seems impossible. However, in addition to that, I'm still enduring the hot summer, and then recently there was the death of Queen Elizabeth II, which made me question whether or not I even wanted to do this video at this time, but I enjoy Afghanistan notes, and so I'm happy to do this note. I spent a lot of time researching it, and I did a little bit more above and beyond, checked a couple of my pronunciations, and so we'll see how well I do on this video. I got my information for this video from Numista.com's Standard Catalog of World Paper Money, the Banknote book, Al Jazeera, believe it or not, Wikipedia, and a gentleman by the name of Saeed Hakim Hamdani, who is right now in Afghanistan, and I've been praying for his safety. If you know Hakim, you might put in a good prayer for his safe return as well. But let's take a look at this note. This is a 500 Afghanis note of Afghanistan, and it's one of my favorite notes because of the unique sport that it depicts on the front. But I'll get to that eventually. Some background information on this note is that it measures 150 by 66 millimeters. It is printed on paper. You can see that the predominant colors are purple, blue, brown, and green. PIC calls this catalog a 59, while the banknote book calls it a 343. It was printed by Gaznak, which is a Russian printing firm, and there is not a lot of security features, but what they do have are solid security threads that are just off the center to the right here. And then we have, doesn't seem to be a watermark, or if it is visible, it's not one that I've been able to identify easily. There are serial numbers at the lower left and the upper right as well, and they're done in black ink. Now let's get a little bit more into the design. We have the arms of the bank here at the center of the note, and you can see that there are horsemen in a game of Buzkashi right over here, and they're called Chapandazan, Chopan Dojan. I hope I'm saying that right. The text is all in Pashto, and it is dated right here, 1358, which translates to 1979. The Western digits that appear on this note are right here in the bottom right hand corner to identify the denomination. The Arabic digits form the denomination up here in the upper left hand corner, and you can see over here in the upper right hand corner as well. Now Buzkashi is from the word comes from the Persian buz, which is a goat, and kashi, which is a drag. And literally, you can see this gentleman on this horse, and he's got some sort of device that's holding the carcass of a goat that is being dragged around. Variations of this game, Buzkashi, are played in Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, and perhaps several other stands. And I remember when I first saw it on the note, I thought, where have I seen this before? And yeah, Sylvester Stallone was playing it in one of his movies, and then I believe that I had read a book, and it sounded to me like it was a game that they were playing in Genghis Khan's army way back in the day. And sure enough, I found some evidence that this may have some history back in the days of the Khan. This game was banned by Taliban the first time around as immoral, but it seems to be popular play this time around. So let's get into a little bit about what the objective of Buzkashi is. It's the objective is to get the calf or the goat around a rock and then get it into the jor, or the scoring circle, which in English is known as the circle of justice. Sometimes they play with the calf, sometimes they play with the goat. A calf, according to my understanding, is less likely to disintegrate in the course of the game. Back to my thought was about the Mongols playing this similar game. They did play it with prisoners, and I think that once I discovered that instead of prisoners, the Afghanis used a goat, I thought that that was a little bit more benign. And incidentally, This first happened with the Chinese and the Mongolians back in the 10th to the 15th centuries. And they also have played this game with yaks instead of horses in the Xinjiang province of China. So imagine a bunch of people riding yaks playing this game. There is a form even of this game that was popular in Cleveland, Ohio. They even had a local league, and they were known for having few rules. So it was kind of a let's play as we go. So pickup games of Buzkashi used to get played in Cleveland, Ohio. The older rules are often of the don't do this kind of type of rule. Don't hit your whip. Don't use your whip to hit a rider with, for example, don't knock him off his horse, for example, things like that. There is a movie in 1978 called Caravan starring Anthony Quinn, where the king of Afghanistan can be seen watching a match of this game, and the movie that Stallone was in, where he was playing a form of this game, is called Rambo. So this is a game that is seen in Western pop culture, but not frequently by any means. Let's take a look at the back of the note. If you haven't decided to subscribe to my channel, please do so now. I have more than 175 videos, and I have more than 700 subscribers, and it excites me to be able to produce content like this for everybody. The back of the note depicts the fortress at Kabul, or I believe in Afghanistan it's called the Bala Hisar, which literally means the high fort. And I think I pronounced that wrong. Let me see if I can try this again. Bala Hisar. And it dates from approximately the 5th century AD. It can be found south of the old city of Kabul, and the text on this side of the note is supposed to be in Dari and English. You can see that there are two parts of the fortress. There's this big lower section, and there's this smaller or more distant upper section of the note. The upper part contains the armory and the dungeons, and the lower part contains stables, barracks, and it contained a royal palace which Shah Jahan resided here. You may recognize Shah Jahan's name as the ruler who also built the Taj Mahal and was imprisoned by his son. The British did a lot of damage in response to the death of their envoy at the time, and so although that is disputed by some historians, I can't tell you if the historians that dispute that are British or Afghani, but there is a little bit of a dispute. So we have a lovely note, very historical. This note fits nicely in the theme of reflection. Do you see the reflection of these walls here, and this looks to be a body of water? It fits in with a lot of themes. You have games, team sports, horses, palaces, castle walls, reflections, notes that are purple and blue. There's a whole lot going for this note, and it pleases me to be able to present it to you. I am Benjamin. This is Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. Have a jewel of a